How's everyone doing? How is? Do you know what we need to fix? I wish I could show you this, but it's on the Mac Mini. I wish I could show you this. I'm back to where I don't hear the Twitch alerts. I'm back to that state. For better or for worse. And I feel like we could work on it, but I feel like I should do that off stream. I can do that off stream. I'll do that off stream. All right. Let me send a quick. I don't know. Do you all like the Discord? Do you guys like the Discord notification? I only do it in one channel, so that channel can be ignored if you don't like it. That was the idea. Russell, I know, and I believed you. There's nothing in my Twitch board. Like, it's not my Twitch alerts. You didn't break Twitch alerts. They're running. Even Twitch doesn't give me that you subscribed. Like Twitch's own metrics. Now, that being said, though, if I go into revenue, I have that I got a subscription yesterday, which you were the only person that said that. So, but there's nothing in the feed. Actually, let me show you. I can show you this, right? Yeah. Oh, there was a message on stream? So like my Twitch alerts picked it up? Interesting. Check this out. So what I usually look at, because I can see the history, is this right here. So like, it's not in Twitch's activity feed. Yeah. So this is what I usually look at just for like name and stuff, because like otherwise I have to look over here, and that's just right there, and I just didn't see it. It was weird, very, very weird. Good job, Russell. You're such a great breaker. I don't know why when I think about breaking things, I might think about you. Do we need a breaker? Let's get Russell in here. He didn't even mean to. I know, Russell. You do it without even meaning. Okay. So I was testing these. Ooh, can I do these in here? Would you like to? Sure. Okay, yeah. This worked. So basically, our encoding works, and then our decoding works. We encode test with this cipher. I just did this simply because. Yeah, this was the easiest. This was the easiest way to do it. So, you know, each one of them got shifted 1 because B is the second position. That's how it currently is working. And I decided this was fine. This was fine. So A is the start. And because A is the start, if you use A, it doesn't shift. Because that's like, basically, this is the first character and it's the distance between the characters. So, you know, it's the distance between the shift and the first. I'm going with this because this is also how the algorithms on GitHub also does it. Like, if you use A, it means it didn't shift it. I'm not a big cipher person, so I'm guessing they're right. I mean, I guess you could do it either way. But okay, so let's test this. Okay, so we're working. And the thing that I was trying to do is basically also make sure I was adding these decodes. So I wrote up this decode, and I was basically just and then that should also be true as well. That did not pass. So we might have a bug. The encode works. Oh, I do mean to call decode. Oh, the bug is in the test. It still failed. Now, interestingly, I never thought about capitals, so I actually want to do this up here. I want to try this up here. If we do this, does it come out to this? Because the encoding seems to work that way, right? But so this worked. But this one did not. Did I miss copy and paste? I don't think I did. These look right. I guess I just need to print what this is actually doing. All right, let's see. Did that print it though? Print doesn't work in a test, does it? I I always forget that. I always forget that. Oh. Wait. We had a crash. It didn't just fail. It didn't just fail, it hard failed. Okay. There's the cheap viewers again. There, we got some cheap viewers. Fantastic. Do people actually click on those? All right, so we have an overflow happening on the decode. Cool. So can we run this with debug? I don't think so. I don't know the debugging tools in here very well. What's this? No. I want to put like I want to run this with debugging. Let's see. Let's see. How do I debug? Debugging crashing. When an app crashes, rarely happens to me. Oh, this is terrifying. This is terrifying. I don't know why they would do this. I should do telemetry. I guess, are they saying that they're sending telemetry on their app crashing if Zed crashes? That would be fine. If they're sending the dump for Zed. If it's your application, that's just insane. I wanted to like debug in Zed. Yeah, I think this isn't developing Zed, which then makes sense. Thanks so much for the follow. Thank you. All right. I mean, that's fine. If when Zed crashes and you're debugging on it and you send an upload, whatever. I don't care about that. I just wanted how to debug in Zed like a normal application. You know? It doesn't look to be covered. Let's just go to the Rust language support. Maybe. I mean, the thing is, it's already, it's running the things. It's just, Not giving me a way to debug. All right, should we try cursor? Should we try cursor? Do you guys want to try cursor or keep going with this? We can just debug the old school way, which is fine with me. All right, if we just want to test out this, we'll do it over here in main. What is is it that? Okay, yeah. All right. We can just throw this down here. We'll take out the assert. We'll do something like let decode equal that, and then wait, I want to go to end of line. If not the most effectivest test, but that's not exactly what we want to print. Is we want to print what the decode is. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Okay. I got it. And then this is going to be not that. Okay. Yeah, this looks fine. Let's do this. All right. It panicked. We kind of knew that we were dealing with a panic. Okay. So on line 58, it's panicking. Let's go and do that. I can't use this and switch back and forth, which is, I need to figure out the key command to switch between the windows because I have to then click, which I'm not a fan of. Cursor is another tool. So there's 5 AI. If you guys have been sticking around for the news, I've kind of been poking fun of this because it seems like the thing to do these days. Let's see. It seems like what all the cool kids are doing is there's this thing called VS Code. And they're like, you know what? It would be hard to get VC funding for a VS Code plugin. It would be hard to get funding for a plugin. So we can't go with plugin. We just can't do this. But you know what we could do and get VC funding for? An AI editor. Brilliant. So, there have been a slew. Cursor, forked VS Code. Then there's this other one that I keep forgetting its name, and it's an honorable mention there. And then just last week, there was a new one that was called the Void Editor. That are all Visual Studio Code, but with AI. So we will be, so one tier 1, I'm just letting you guys know this in advance. One tier 1, so I have basically tier 1 and tier 2 objectives for the AI games. And, you know, next year we're running the AI games in September, because then it would align with September, which I think is a really great marketing idea. But anyways, beyond that, this year they're happening in October because I'm a loser. But where was my train of thought? Oh, one of the tier 1s is where we have the battle of the AI editor to see which one we like the best. It's not about if it's helpful or whatnot, which one we like the best. But it looks like Visual Studio Code. Like, you look at this, it's VS Code. You can even install all the VS Code plugins you normally do. You can even install Copilot. They've added some stuff, but it's VS Code. Which AI is fall? That's pretty good. Project IDX is Google's. Yeah. Like, everybody's just forking VS Code. Project IDX is a good one to throw on there, though. I will put Project IDX in the list. For that tier 1 goal where we compare all of the AI editors, we'll do it. Okay. So, okay. Where was this crash? Oh, I forgot where this was crashing. All right, let's just run this again. I think it was 58. Yeah, 58. Okay. Attempted to subtract with overflow. Okay. So we got a below 0 character, right? Because this is a U8. So C as a U8 would subtract with an overflow. That's interesting. Is that the right thing to do? All right. Did you guys get notified of the ban? What is it with Twitch today? They're on fire. They're on fire. Autobot. So, to be fair, the auto mod said likely ban evader, and the message just said cheap viewers. So, it wasn't that bad, but it was just more cheap viewers. I'm telling you, I want the premium viewers. I'm wanting the premium viewers. You know, you get on my chat and give me those premium viewers for cheap. Premium viewers for cheap. I don't want the cheap viewers though. All right. Okay, so we got overflow. I feel like oh, you know what? Order of operations, yeah? This should be like this. Yeah. I don't think that bites us in the hiney up here because this is an addition. Yeah. So we take this, we add the shift to it, and then subtract wherever the first was. That doesn't bite us, but I think here... I don't know. I could be reading into this, but I'm gonna try this. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. Let's print those out. I'm guessing that... No, we need to overflow, don't we? Because A has to go to Z, right? So we can write a simpler test to actually test this, if that's the bug. So we can just do A, and then we'll do B, C, D. All right. So this should be like Z, X and Y. Okay. And then we'll just print it. I love how I don't know what these AIs are doing. I don't know the people that use them and say that they're 1,000 more times productive when its last two suggestions was to put an S, and its next suggestion is to put a huge blank space. Like, am I just doing it wrong? Is it just a me thing? I don't know. And this, we're actually using, what are we using? We're using the Claude 3.5 Sonnet, which people are so hyped about. We can walk through how I'm using that stuff. That's fine. This is actually a little... the encode is a little easier to read. So basically, we get whatever character we're in. So this is just a map over the characters of the text. And so we get the first character is A. So we're just getting our starting point. Because you know, A is a U, I think it's 61 or 71? 71. I think it's 71. Let's get an ANSI table up here. You know, A is 65. So I was off completely. I wasn't even close. Not even close, but that's okay. I wasn't trying to be close. Anyways, so capital A is 65, lowercase a is 97. And so what this does here is basically, if it's lowercase, we get the starting position of A. Oh, I guess, wait, literal of 61. Literal of 41. I don't know. We're not reading the same charts. It's okay. Anyways, so we get the starting position, and we actually do this based off of lower or uppercase. And then we get the index of the byte that we are. So basically from the lowercase a, we get how far away we are from the lowercase a. For this, we then increase our index, which is something we keep outside of here. So this is our index in it. So basically, as we're mapping through these plain characters here, so as you see over here, this one will be using B. The second one will use A. The J will use S. The I will use E. And then this is where the modulo stuff comes in, because the N will use B. It just wraps. That's the idea, at least. And so then this is basically figuring out what character to use and doing it all in one go. Super readable, super readable. I think people saying that they are significantly more productive with AI coding assistants are either very new, not using it, but scared to say they aren't, so pretend, or are trying to sell their AI product. Russell, and like, I actually give it an honest attempt. If anybody ever has watched my stream for a year, I have literally tried to make these things work. And part of my ethos on this is, if it's actually doing what it's promising, I shouldn't have to know a special language or, you know, learn to speak, because some people have told me, oh, you're not prompting it right. So is this just another language that I have to learn to prompt it with? I mean, like, where is the magic sauce? I don't know. And the hard part is, it's cool. It does some really cool stuff. You know what I use it for a lot is, if I can't think of a word, I used to use Google to Google thesaurus, and I actually like it. So like, if I'm working on a script and I'm like, oh, I don't know, this sentence sounds bad. I like asking it for words. It's fantastic at that. Like, hey, this is the meaning. I don't know what other word. Please give me one. I don't know. Sometimes it's not good at it, but it's okay, because like, you just try another one. That's all I did with thesaurus. I was just clicking around anyways. It feels a little bit better than thesaurus, I feel. I don't know. All right. So then we have the first, which is either A or capital A, plus whatever is given by this as a character. And so this is the C this is the character as a U8, adding the shift, which the shift is whatever character's index is away from the A, and the module key length is because basically as the index grows, we actually want to keep it only the key length. So does that make sense? So when index is one, like, I don't know if that makes sense, but this will make us iterate over just the keys index range. It's good with math and comments normally. Yeah. There's actually some, like, also, again, I think that there's actually some really good places where it is. One of the things that we're going to do is we're going to make a simple website with like a backend API. And one thing that it does really well is if you give it a base template and then like say, okay, now make an endpoint that follows the same pattern, it's amazing at that. I really think that there are productivity boosts, whereas like all of this would have to be like, I would copy and paste it and I'd probably make more mistakes because I would copy and paste and I forget to rename some stuff and whatnot. I think it does a really good job at that. Yeah, that spins through the key. Right. So this is the bit that spins through the key. Yes. And so basically we take the current character, add the shift to it, subtract the first from it. So we basically zero it out. So this, if the character was A and the shift was A, this is why nothing happens to that. So we take this, we modular 26 to it, and add that to the first character. So that's how far away from the first character we're supposed to be. And this is basically, if it's not alphabetic, we just don't deal with it, which I think is fine for this. I mean, in my thing, we're going to always have an alphabetic character. I never plan on having not an alphabetic character. I have 26 characters because remember, A and capital A are their own firsts, right? So this is why it keeps a lowercase character lowercase and an uppercase character uppercase, right? I think that's right. I mean, we could do it where there's 52 characters. I mean, don't trust me. Something's wrong. Now, this works for encoding. The encodes are all working as far as I know. We can run any one of these tests and the encode is working. Pass. So it's handling spaces, uppercases. This is overflowing. This is the stupid thing overflowing. Right? 1 second. I did the decode wrong. It was working with simple cases, but I did the decode wrong. The shift is always going to be, the shifted thing minus A. Right? Which, A is, 61 here? So we're always subtracting 61. From our shift. And our shift is just the whatever this byte literal is here in the key. So this is just busted. This is just, I'm dented. So if you use 26 and pick the first character in the lower upper range, you avoid those 4. Can you put the numbers in underneath in a... Can you put the numbers in underneath? Oh, yeah. So you mean just like down here, just like put some numbers to represent something simple. Yeah. Let's do that. So let's do an example of A. So shift. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of how to write this out. Let's do C equals B for first is A and shift is, so the character is B. The first we'll say that the character that goes into B not the shift, but we're gonna say that it's B that it's getting shifted by. Shift by is B. So if shift by is B, let's go through this. So this we know is B. So B, and then let's also then put the numbers here. So we'll do C equals wait. What does C equal? C. So if A equals a 61, B is going to equal 62. Just making sure. So C equals 62. First is going to equal 60. It was 61, and shift by is going to equal 1, right? Because it's going to be 62. Is it gonna wait? It's going to be -1. No. First is 61. This is 61. Sorry. So it's going to be 1. This is shift is going to equal 1. Yeah. Shift by we'll do shift by. Shift by the B is equal to 62. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So we've got that. Index doesn't matter. That's just for the module of math. And then let's go down here and actually do this. So if this is first is a 61. Let's do it in a comment. So this is 61 plus C, which is our character, which is B, which is 62, minus the shift, which our shift is 1, minus the first, which is 62. I mean, this is the overflow right here. I did call it. And then module 26. Now, the thing is, dang it, this works so perfectly in my little tests. When we were just shifting, what was that? What was that test? It works so well in this one. And that's because the shift had to be greater than the first. How did this work? How did this work? How was the shift ever greater than the first? I mean, does it still run? 1 second. Didn't we run this? It's due to the capitals being lower. So how do we wrap in the decode? How do we do this? Because we need to decode. We could take the easy approach. If it's all lowercase, is this going to work then? Right? If we take this out. No, this is not working. Still. I know what I did. I did this. This will actually keep it from failing, right? Because it will take the shift away first. So this will only fail on capitals, probably, would be my guess. Let's run this. That passed. And now we can go back and do the capital test. All right, wait, this is working now. So let's go back to our things here and update this. So if we do this, we basically have just done this, which is then 61 plus, well, 1 second. This is actually wrong. It's like this, right? Okay. Okay, so it's 62 plus 1, subtract 62, which should come out as 1. Okay, that works. That works, right? Now, when is it not working? Because wait. 62 minus 1 would be 61. Minus 62. How does this work? Does it work with this case? C is B, first is A, shift by is B. Can we make this in our test? Let's do this. Let's make this in our test. We're going to do this. Actually, we're gonna call this, I don't know, debugging. The debugging test. Okay, so we're going to encode, what was it? We were encoding B, and we were encoding it with B, and that should equal C, right? And then we should, in the inverse, if it's encoded with C, if that's the encoded and the cipher is B, we should get A. Or we should get B. All right, right? It equals -1. Right. So that would be an overflow. So that's why I'm doing it, because this should hit our case of an overflow. I don't know how this doesn't, but we'll try one of these in a second to understand why these don't for some reason. These worked. Oh, wait. In this, C is B and shift by is B. And this is in decode. So that was, I was doing this. B, shift by B, and it should be A. Sorry. This is what we're doing in the comments. And it passed. All right. Now try a capital. Okay. B, shift by B. Should be A. I bet. Wait. Shouldn't it be this right here? Shouldn't this be... Run the big test again? And it's not like it's failing. And like it's hard failing. It's just an overflow. Small test with A as the secret. Yeah. So if this is A, then this is B, right? Let's do it with capitals. If this is A, then this is capital B. I don't know what has gone wrong. This is not what's happening. So like I said here, C is equal to B, first is equal to A, shift by is B. Let's see, is that true? B, A, and yeah. So C is B, and shift by is B. Those are like the things past it. So those are 62 and 62. Small test with more in the cipher text than in the secret. Yeah. All right. So we'll just do B, 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 and we'll do just B here, and that would be C, 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 right? And this will be B. No, this will be B, and this will be C, C, C. Do you know what we'll do? We'll do this. We'll do this. A, B, C, D, and this will be A, B, C, D, E. Okay, and then we'll do the same up here. D. Okay. Oh, you're right. Decode. I'm going the other way. I'm going the wrong way. Oh, man. You caught me. Whew. We're decoding here. So this should be A, B, C, and this should be A, B, C. Thank you. That would have failed for reasons. Those all worked. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. This should have no effect. It had no effect. Let's go through this and look at anything else. All right, let's just make it longer. Length shouldn't have anything to do with it, because we modular everything to avoid length being an issue. Toasty, I'm doing just about as well as I can expect when I'm doing something I've never done before live on Twitch. That's how I'm doing. How are you doing? Actually, I'm gonna have to end this earlier than usual because I'm going to go view a house. But that's like 3 hours away. Just as a warning, I usually go a little after noon and I have to stop just before noon, so. You know, if we get this house, I'll feel much better because I'll be out of the dungeon in 30 days. All right. For those of you that are new, that don't know what I normally do pain and suffering on this stream, and today's flavor is trying to decode a simple I don't know how these aren't failing, right? Like, am I wrong here? Because if this comes in, let me just, this one was, let's just throw this up here again. This one was B and B, and which should be A, right? This is what it should be, and it passes BBA. But if it's B and B, you know, the key is B and the ciphertext is B. That means that it should be C is 62, first is 61, shift by is 62, and shift is 1. And if all those things are true, that means this equation should look like this. 61 plus the sum of 62 minus 1 minus 62. Which this should overflow. Okay. Toasty, thanks for the follow. Thank you so much for the follow. And there's your AI auto-generated follow message. I super appreciate it. Spent tenth of a penny generating that for you. There's another thing that's AI is great at. I could Russell, but that's gonna be major changes because I have to cast all these as well. Like these are U's, right? These are U8s. I mean, I don't know how that would work. Rust is gonna, I mean, we could try running this. I don't think it will work. Rust has never let me mix and match types. Okay. Okay, wait, but 1 second. 1 second. But will that cast as a char? I don't think so. Yeah. Only U8 can be cast as char, not I8. That char screwed. Now, I mean, we could do something for testing purposes. I don't understand how this isn't failing here, though. So, like, I actually kind of want to... Okay, you know what I want to do? I'm just going to print everything here. I know this is terrible, but that's what we're going to do. Print line... Yeah. This will print us everything, right? So I can see what's going on. I don't think this will work, right? Print's not going to work inside of a test. Oh, it does. Fantastic. I'm super wrong on how many times this ran. Oh, no, because these have a lot. So this is just that first one. I'm so far off. Look, when I hover over this, it says it's a 61. Okay, but this has to just be wrong. Because the reason I say that is that makes sense because from our chart, 89 or 98, that's probably correct over here. 98 is B. Okay, so it's actually ANSI and not some Rust made its own table. I don't know why the hints are just wrong. It's fine. It's hex and decimal. Yeah, because I'm an idiot. That's why. It's because I'm an idiot. I got it. I was fantastic. That's why. They're not wrong. It's actually exactly right. Give it to me in decimal. It even has the OX. Like, I have no excuse. Zero excuses. Other than I was streaming, it's early, and I haven't even drank coffee because I'm trying to not drink coffee until noon. So that's my excuse. No coffee. Fantastic. This seems really complicated. It's not meant to be complicated. It's not meant to be complicated. What we're doing is basically like this. If you have the word test and you have the cipher of A or of B, it would give you well, I can tell you because I already did this down here. Yeah, it would give you UFTU. And so this is like a very simplistic shift cipher. That's all. That's all it's doing. Very simplistic shift cipher. By hand, laborious amounts of work, but simple all the same. Encoding works. Decoding is just kicking my little derriere. Okay, so we have this. This is going to print these things here. What we're going to do is we're going to run this one. That's failing. Yeah, let's do that. Bam. Where do we get to? So we get the first three. 1, 2, 3. So the fourth one caused a panic. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's E. E is the offender, which E encoded by E. So that's what we'll do. E encoded by E. E, not 3, not 3. E encoded by E, which should be A, B, C, D, E. So that's 5. Wait. Did I count A, B, C, D, E? So that's 4. So E shifted 4. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. It should be an I. That made me look pretty dumb on stream. I just used my fingers to count. You know what they say. You know what they say. If there's anybody who counts, it's Merrick who counts. Just remember that. All right. Embarrassing time over. Let's see that. It failed. You cannot encode E with E. Heresy. Heresy. Oh no, I just failed. I failed to actually count it correctly. Never mind. Not heresy. Just dented. Just dented. E encoded with E was A? That's not correct. That cannot be correct. It cannot be. Have you ever guys seen the Titanic in 5 seconds? Okay, that's all. That's what I think of. If you have not YouTubed the Titanic in 5 seconds, YouTube the Titanic in 5 seconds. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm so dented. We're decoding. We're going backwards. Oh, gosh. Okay, wait a second. Well, just to prove my insanity is not that bad, we'll encode this, and this should work because, you know, if I spelled encode correctly. All right, that should work, right? Yeah. So that works. But we're decoding, which is going the other direction. So while I count, I only count in one direction. Okay. So this would be A. And that passed. But this E fails with this E. Oh, no. It was R, right? Right. It would be this. It would be whatever. It would be the third. I screwed this up. It would be R and S. R and S are those that shall not. This makes sense. Right? The S is further away from the start than the thing prior. I think I got it. One second. Let me try and just do this really quickly. What if, you know, we could do the R and S, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do E and Z. This is going to cause it to fail. Figured it out. I figured out the problem. If the cipher is larger... Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So now, This makes sense because this causes this to overflow. 101 subtract 25, which would take us to 76. 76 subtract 97. Whole bucket of pain. But if we change this to E, I'm going to delete these. I just want to see what this looks like. If we change this to E, oh, it looks like this right here. Which then doesn't overflow because 101 subtract 4 would be 97. Wait. 101 minus 4 would be... Now I just question how this is working at all. Because if you subtract... Wait. In this, E is 97. 97 is E. So we take 101 minus 4. Which would be 97. 97 minus 97 would be 0. One second. This doesn't seem correct in my head. I'm going to break out the world's greatest calculator. World's greatest calculator. It is 97, which would be E, right? How's that even working? Because it's saying that it's A. But A is first, and first is printed first. Oh, no, that is, 97 is A. Sorry. What is E? Where do we print C in this? C is the second number right here. So C is, so E is 101. Okay. This makes sense. Okay. Now, when E is Z, let's run through this. Wait, that passed? How did that... Oh, wait. When E is Z? Oh, I forgot to write it. Sorry. I was like, how is this passing? My whole thesis is out the window. Okay. So this is where we get overflowing of this. So what we really want to happen here is for wrapping to happen, right? So what I think we can do here, if I'm looking at this and I'm thinking of the math, right? Like, let's like figure out what we want this to look like. Because what we'd actually want this to look like is probably what Python is going to tell us is the answer to this, right? It's going to be 102 because that's going to have wrapped around. And so we want 102. So how do we get this to equal 102 in this case? And so in this case, let's actually put these up here. In this case, what we need to check for is if these two numbers are larger than this number. Let's see. 97 plus 25 would be 125 minus 3. So 125 minus 3 would be 122. So it'd be 122. 122 subtract 101 would be... Oh, wait. One second. I just tried to do that all in my head. Okay, so 97 plus 25 would be 122. 122 subtract 101 would be, okay, 21. 21 plus 79, or 97. 21 plus 97 would be, what, 116? Not the number we want. Yeah. This is actually a perfect problem for a spreadsheet, isn't it? One second. I don't know that I have actually something installed locally, so we're just gonna have to do with a Google Sheet. I don't have Excel either. So we have to go to like the runner-up. The second best database in the world, everyone. Second best database. Best and worst thing Microsoft ever made. Oh, it's not even a lie. Okay. One second. Let's put this in here. My brain hurts on this one. I'm not gonna lie. What do I want to put in there? I actually think I want to put every Unicode character in there. It seems like so much work. What is... Actually, I can look here. R by S is I, right? R by S is, oh no, is J. R by S is J. Let's find those things really quickly because we can just do this. R, this is easy over here. No. R, S is J. Okay. And this should fail, but we know this is true. But now I want to know the Unicode characters of those. So let's do this. This is the char, and this is the Unicode. I think we probably need this. A, B, C. Now we'll take this. Can we just copy it? No. I want you to continue the pattern. Will it not continue the pattern? You most dent it. Okay, Excel will just continue the pattern, right? It won't just repeat it like a... Is it really just... Okay. There has to be a way to do this. Thanks for the follow. You're following a Land of Elite when I'm not being very, is it shift? Is it shift that does it? No, shift doesn't do it. Is it control? No, control doesn't do it. Seriously, how do I just get it to follow the pattern? And not repeat the pattern? Nope, doesn't work. Oh, wait. Let me try something. Maybe I need to select all of these and then double click. No. All right, I don't know. Where does A start? A is what, 91? Was A 91? 97. Will it do it with this at least? Oh, praise. Whew. Praises. My goodness. This is about to be painful. Ask Google Spreadsheet? How do I do that? Show side panel. You mean like some function where I can be like ANSI lookup? Converts full width ANSI and I don't even know what that is. Characters to half. Half what? Not what it wanted. Maybe if we do it this. Thank you, autofill. That's what I wanted. That is fantastic. I don't think this is what I wanted. No. All right, 1 second. Let's find out what capital A is. Capital A is lower, right? Capital A is lower. A, don't care. We'll do B because we'll make it easy. No. We'll do A, so this stays A. There we go. Let's run the, this is never going to run. 1 second. We'll put this up first, so then it will run. I will get what capital A is right here. Capital A is a 65. 65. Fantastic. So this is 65, 65. Oh, wait, you know what? Can we go the other direction? So if I do 65 here, and then 66, and then get this to actually generate out, because it can do that for some reason. What if, can we do the ANSI thing the other way? Oh, Paper Doge, you were totally correct. It was 65. I'm sorry, I did not see it. Char 65. Okay, char. Oh, look, it recommended the number beside it. Fantastic. Okay. It finally had a good recommendation. Man, I thought coding AIs were bad, but it turns out spreadsheet AIs might be worse. Might be worse. Okay. Sorry, Papa Doge. I missed your comment. I can't always read chat and actually focus. I can barely focus as it is. Okay, we got sheet 1 done. Beautiful. Now what? Now we have the characters. We have the characters, and yeah, I'm definitely not a spreadsheet guru. All right. Characters to the Unicode. I don't even remember what I thought was a good idea. Oh, I was trying to figure out this equation right here. Like pieces of it. To understand where we want it. So RSJ. Okay, yeah. We're here. So RSJ, we want an R encoded with S to be a J. So let me go, and I'm just going to do it here. R encoded with S becomes a J. So J is 106. So this is going to be 106. So that's the number we want to end with. S is 115. And R is oh wait, I went past R. 114. Okay, and this should go with what we see in here. 114. Okay, right. So 114 is the R that we started with. Interesting. So we said that our shift was 115, our S, right? R is being shifted by S. And so if we look through S in here, so our shift is not S. Our shift is not what I would have expected. I would have expected our shift to be 115, right? Because that's what S is. Oh, this is already subtracting the A from it. So it's actually getting the amount to shift from. So so we're subtracting A from that. So our shift is actually equal to, our shift is equal to this minus A, which would be 18. Which is 18. What? Okay, so that is what we would expect. Beautiful. So that just means this is working one step at a time. Eagle 11 DB, welcome. What's happening? Mostly pain and suffering. What we're trying to do is encode and decode text with a terrible cipher. And there's a bug in the decoding of the cipher where we get the decode works unless if the key is a larger character value than the piece that again shifted, because then we have an overflow. And we're just trying to work out the math in our head. We're trying to work out the math. So the shift is 18, and that's what we got. What we expected was the shift. And then what's the 97 here is just the first again, which is what we expect. So A is 97, 97. Those are all A's. This is the amount we shift. And 114 is, so all of these are what we expect. Good. So it's just our math that's wrong. Is this a leak code challenge or something? No. So the AI of Advent. No, the advent of AI is a challenge that we run in our AI games that are happening this October. And in it, there's this challenge. Basically, it's I make a problem like the advent of code. But to test the AIs, what we found out is that you cannot actually have it be the advent of code. You can't test them on that because they've been trained on it. And the way I know this is, you know how advent of code is like 2 problems? You know, you get the first problem and then they change it slightly that forces you to rewrite some of your code. The AIs were actually suggesting the second problem, like actually the text to the second problem, after I asked it just the first problem. Like literally word for word, copy paste. So to actually test it, I write my own advent of code challenge. So it's not like elite code because it's easy. I say that. I've just spent hours doing part of it. Well, it's easy except this stupid 6 lines. This stupid 6 lines of code. It's only 40 lines of code. And the funny thing is, all the AIs have to do is this part. All I have to do is this part. But I was using this part to test that my encoding was correct. Ugh. And there's a bug in it. Okay, so you got me sidetracked. Sorry. Okay. Oh, so I was testing this. So let's see. Now let's put what we actually need. So what we need all of this to come out to, what we all need this to come out to is 106. So let's actually write this equation down. Right, I'm just gonna copy that. We're gonna throw that over here. So what we need this to come out to equal is 106. So we need to take these numbers and we need to equal 106. Fantastic. Okay. How do we do that? So our assumption here was that we start with A and we just add whatever is to A. We just, whoa. We subtract because we're decoding. Oh, no. We add to A. We're going from A. We're finding where we go. Right. Okay, so we add to A whatever it is that we're off of A. So this is the current character we're on, R. We're subtracting the 18, which is our shift amount from that. So let's just do this right here. This would equal 114 minus 18. Okay, so this would be 96. This is where we get our overflow because in 96 minus 97, it's a U8, so that would be an overflow, but let's just do it. This would be -1, so we have -1 here. 97 plus -1 would be 90. Oh, this is our problem. This doesn't map well, right? Because this would be 96, but 96 isn't a character, right? This isn't J. Where is our sheet? Yeah, 96 is that. The little tick mark. I think we just have to guard. Yeah. Papa Doge. I think we just have to guard for it. Land of the Elite. I would be so far in Excel, but it's not on Linux, right? We'd be all up in Excel, but I'm not running Windows. Sorry. So, but let's look for this. Where do we guard for the overflow? Because I don't think it's here. I think it's these two. 18 subtract 97. Right. Basically, you guard for the overflows and you manually circle back, right? I think that's what you have to do. Thank you so much for the follow. So, 1 second. I need to figure out how to make this equal to 106. This right here. These numbers. Because those operations are what we're going to have to do if this is the case, right? Because it needs to equal 106. Like, that's what it needs to equal. And if it doesn't equal that, it's wrong. So in the case of an overflow, so this is happy case, sad case. In the sad case, how do we make these numbers equal 106? I need a drink. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to throw up some ads because, no, ads are just ran, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to run really quickly to get a drink of water. I'll be right back. Sorry, I should have run while the ads were going, but I've been focusing on this. So in the sad case, I'm not going to think about uppercases right now, but might be a thing where we branch if it's uppercase or not. You know, there might be is uppercase thing we have to do. I'm not going to worry about those right now. Because Papa Doge, you're absolutely right. Absolutely. Okay. In this case, would we not? Oh. What if we did this? In this case, instead of first being 97, what if we did this? Is this just so much easier? That's not right, though. It's not the correct value. Never mind. Scratch that. It's not so much easier. I was like, wait. Oh, okay. So if we're looking at the code, the way we've calculated the shift is by the distance from A that our index is. So we take our thing here, whatever value it is, and we subtract A from it, which is whatever's left over. That's the distance from A that our thing is. And that's fine because that's its number. We're just finding its number. You know, A equals 1, B equals 2, yada, yada, yada. We're getting its number. And the case is that the character is larger than... The shift number is larger than the character. And that's the problem that we're getting. Do we just have to manually... I don't know. My brain kind of hurts. Do we have to just manually overflow these? That feels wrong to me. Because we could do something like... We could do 114 minus 18. Let's do this. Let's do equals. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I just meant be done with that one. So we could do those two. And then we could say basically whatever would be the leftover. So this would then equal 1. We would do 96 plus, this is the sad case. So we would do these two first. We can't subtract 97. So what we'll do is we'll add it plus 1. And that's going to give us how much of an overflow there was, right? So in this case, there was 1, or not plus 1, but plus 97. Oh, right. But we can't, which in the end would just give us a plus 1. It would be the difference because this would give us 96. So if this gives us 96, how do we find out that it's just a plus 1? So what we do is we subtract this from 97. So we swap this up and do 97 subtract this, right? So we swap that up and I didn't want E8 in there. All right, and that would give us our 1. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm not sure where I'm going with this. It does not like that. Does it do like a function? It's probably like a function, isn't it? Yeah. So, let me explain that really quickly. That way you guys can maybe help a little. So R is the input character, input char. That's encoded. We're dealing with the decode operation here. And then this is the ciphertext. And this is the result. Right? Let's do an easier one because we could do an easier one. Let's move that up here. The input character would be, we could do like B, the ciphertext is B, and the result would be A. No, let's do C. And the ciphertext, we want the result to be Z, right? Because that would get the overflow. So we'll put the input character as A and the ciphertext as B, and the result should be Z, right? Because that's how it's shifting over. This actually is a one shift. We gotta move these all up one more, and we can put these numbers in here. So A is 97, B is 98, and Z is something 122. Does that make sense? So now we have got to do math. Lots of fun maths to get these two things to 122. A U8 goes up to 255, right? So that's what we're working with. So, but Rust doesn't allow Okay. Overflow math. Doesn't allow overflow math. So basically, in your mind, this is easy. The shift is 1, you know, because we do this in our head where we're like, B is 1 from A, so it's the shift is 1, which we are calculating the shift correctly. But what we need to do is we need to say that our input character if we hit 97, we have to roll over to 122. I think it's a manual rollover, right? I just don't know of another way to do that. We basically have to say if it's less than 97, we re-roll over to 122. Am I wrong? Is there a better way to do that? That's all I'm thinking of right now. Now, this was originally handled all fancily by the operator. Can we do it fancy in the inverse? Can we do it? We're doing it fancy in the inverse, and it works as long as it's not overflowing. Right? And we know that R encoded with S is a J. I'm gonna have to think on this. Let's do something else while I think of the equation that we gotta do. I don't want to do something really dumb because I could check for the shift being larger than the input character, right? I could check for this and then say in that sad case, get the difference, which in our case is 1. I figured it out. We do the same, but instead of going from A, we go from Z. Our entire thing here has been going from A, but now we need to go from Z, right? Did I just... Did I just figure this out? I'm also going to make a change here. One second. In the decoding, can everything just be based off of the last? Or does it have to just be the sad case? I don't know. I'm thinking possibly we could do just everything from the sad case. Okay, I won't jump to that immediately. I'll leave the first in here as it was because that was working for anything that wasn't the sad case. All we have to do now is do if Is that what we wanted? Last minus, right? Because we want to go the opposite way. I don't know if this is correct. One second, I gotta think about it. Why do we have the first in here at all? I don't know that the first like that doesn't make sense to me. 1 second. First minus C, which is our character, plus the shift. What? No. Let's go back to the spreadsheet and figure out how this does. Sad case, we get the last, which is Z, 122. So we go from 122 as last. And then we subtract 122. Do we do this calculation with the first, or do we do it with the last? 1 second. How are we going to do this? No, we do it with 122. 122 minus 18 minus 97. And what does this equal? Not 106. Not 106. So we messed up somewhere. Let's see. Oh, wait. R is our input. Where did we put that? We have the shift. I think this should be 114 right here. This right here should be 114, right? No, it should not be. It should not be 114. So we're taking last. This should... Wait. We'll leave this as 97, and this should be 114. This should be our character that we went with. Nope. 97 is the A character. I don't know why we would be subtracting that. 18 is how much we're originally Ooh, do we not need the amount we were originally shifting? We need the amount that we're overflowing, right? We need the amount we're overflowing, and we can just subtract that from the 222, right? So if we're this is just 1 though. Wait, R shouldn't be J, should it? It is in the encoding. It is in the encoding. R with S is J. Oh, right, because we're going the other way. I need the decoding, which means I was doing this backwards. J with S should be R. Oh gosh, I was doing it backwards. I was like, this doesn't even make any sense. No sense. J with S should be R. Oh my goodness. I was doing the encode here. I was looking at the encode. So these are wrong. This is not the result. This is the result. Yeah. J with S should be okay. Let's try this one more time. Okay, so if that's the case, our results should be 114. 114 should not show up in the equation at all. We're going from 122 to hopefully, yeah, 114 is what we're attempting to achieve. Is the title referring to a contest? Yes. There is a contest that's going to... There is a contest that is going to happen. Unfortunately for you, you cannot enter it because it's for AIs. So in a couple of weeks, we're going to have the AI games, Fall 2024 edition. And in that, we're going to be testing the AIs that are out there. And we're building one of the tests right now. All right, I'm cooking now. So let's go back to our thing. And this was the first, which we're now doing from the last. This here is the actual character that we're doing. And our character that we're doing is the 106. The shift is the 18 that we're shifting. Now, I don't know if we actually want the shift amount or the amount of the overflow. You know, this is 131, which is wrong, but what I'm thinking here, instead of the shift, should the shift be this right here? Let's see, this minus this. Should it be 9? Should it be 9? So J shifted by S will overflow 9. Should this just be 122 subtract 9? Is that all this is? Do you know what our... We didn't count the overflow as 1, right? We didn't count the overflow as 1. We didn't count from, you know, 97 to 122 as 1. Fantastic. Fantastic. So in the sad case, all we have to do... what is the song? This is YKWIM. That's what the song was, by Harris Heller. I don't know of a plugin to do that. If I can get one, I'll do one so you guys can get the song if you like. I'll play that song again since you liked it. This is by Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Thanks for joining, Cool Coding Cat. Scuffy Plays, welcome. Welcome. All right, so what we need to do here is none of this. We just need to take the last and subtract the remainder of the shift. So we got to calculate the remainder of the shift here, right? The remainder of the shift. How do we calculate the remainder of the shift? Okay, so these two numbers, we just subtract A from B. Okay, fantastic. So let R of shift equals... Well, so we haven't gotten to the Morse code yet. I was planning on getting to the Morse code, but we found a bug in another port of it. So this is a two-step problem. The first step is the Morse code. And the second part is that when you decode it with the Morse code, you actually find out that it's encoded with another cipher. It's a two-step problem, okay? The goal was to give something a human would find marginally easy to do, and something and see how well an AI does with it. I have found maybe this is marginally not as easy as I thought it might be, and so maybe I regret that decision, but it is what it is. I can show you guys the problem, the advent of code statement, problem statement, if we want to review that. Let me finish this really quickly while I have it all in my head. And then we can read over the advent of code, or the advent of AI code challenge. Okay, so the shift remainder is just the input character subtracted from the cipher character. And we know that that's safe here because we're in the bad case. So the input character would be our C as a U8 minus, what did I say it was? Our cipher character. So let's do minus, and our cipher character is, oh, we don't actually have it. It's this right here. That did not work. Let's do this. It's this right here. And then we can just do, oh, since we're doing the manual rollover, we actually have to subtract 1 from this. Does that make sense? If people don't understand why I need to subtract 1, I will draw this out. Because we're doing the manual rollover. And if that doesn't make sense, I will draw it out. That's all I can do. This will work. Are you guys ready? Are you all ready? Oh, this is wrong though. It's not R, it's J encoded with S goes to R. That did not work. It hit 64. Why did it? Oh, okay, wait. It overflowed. Oh, we already increased our index by 1 here. Okay, this was not my fault. That was the guy that wrote this before me. Not my fault. Okay. Okay, this is, you know what we are going to do? We're going to do this. We're just going to calculate this here. Not perfect. Were we looking for perfect? We didn't want perfect. But that should solve that problem for right now. Did I save this? Let's save it. Let's save it and run. This is gonna work. Saving did not work. Okay, debug in 59. This still overflowed? Oh, because this is overflowing on the first one because I can only do this computation if it's in, okay. So this has to happen here, but I can't increment the index until I've done this. You know what I can do? We can do this here. And instead of calculating the shift all at once, we're gonna just do this. We're gonna call this the key. Not the key because that's already used as the input set. Key byte. And we're gonna take this, put this here, and then the shift can just be, let's see, something like this. Key byte minus that, and then here we can just use this key byte again, right? Okay, that should, this will work. I have so high confidence in it. Papa Doge, that would be great. You know what? If you, I actually think it would be cool to get some humans to solve the advent of AI in different languages. as a test. You know what? Should we do that? Should I post the advent of AI to Discord and let some people solve it? The only thing that I have to say is I don't want it touching Git until, like, I don't even open the folder so that an AI will get it that has the text. So I don't want that text touched by an AI. The question, if that makes sense. Like, so I cannot be uploaded to Git beforehand. Like, the day of is fine. The day of is fine. Probably the day before is fine. But if I give you guys access to it, it cannot be touched by an AI. I don't want Sonnet crawling it. Like I said, an AI it's helping me on this, but it doesn't have the problem that I'm solving. I don't want it opened up with something like that. You could submit solutions that just don't work. Screw you, AI. Screw you. Okay, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. It did not work. It did not work. 65. How in the world did 65 fail? This was handcrafted by me. Handcrafted by me. Papa Doge, yeah, that would be fine. However I get it to you, that's fine. I just don't want it showing up where an AI could get it. I'm not super worried like the week of the AI games. It takes time for them to train and stuff. I'm just trying to make it, I'm going through all this work to make it as authentic as possible. To say a problem an AI hasn't seen before, how well does it solve it? Because like I said, we found out that they literally would recommend the second part of an advent of code, so it wasn't a good test. I don't care if you guys have it. I'm actually pretty happy with it. I'll open it up in a second. Why is this failing? Oh no, it's not this. It's 65. So our current value and the key is larger than our current value. We knew this. This is backwards. This is backwards. Why did I do that? Like, we knew that was going to overflow. Sometimes I impress myself. Other times I make a fool of myself. And when I do that, it's live on Twitch. Done. I think let's test. Let's do the real test. Let's do the real test. Yes. All right. I'm excited about that. Okay. I don't know if should we do the spaces? Should we do the spaces? I don't know if we should do the spaces. I don't know if we should attempt the decode of spaces. Oh no. Oh no. All right. So this will be this, and this will be this. Let's see. Comma there. And no comma here. And that should be it. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Okay. So our decoding doesn't work with spaces. I'm okay. Oh, wait. How did this get as the left? Where do we see this at all? Oh, that's what this made. This made this. It was very close. The capital D. The capital D got us. That big D. Just... That was not... I did not mean it that way. I apologize. So our decode has a problem with capitals. I'm going to use the word capital instead of big. Okay, that's for another day. Another day. We're good right now. Capital D. That's right. It's a capital lose. I know what's wrong here, I think. The D is less than the S. So it used No, capital D would be bigger than the S. I don't know what's wrong. No, it's smaller. It's much smaller. The capital D is much smaller than the S. I know what went wrong. We should fix it. We should fix it. It's so easy. Last. Oh, I did do this right. Last is this Z, the capital Z. Okay. I don't know what's wrong. It's not an overflow. The problem here is that it's using the overflow logic, but this is using the key byte, which will be S, subtracting the character, but this is not in the same... This is not the shift, unfortunately. The key byte needs to be... I understand what went wrong here, but let's go with... Let's review the challenge problem while we're talking about it. Also, this repo will be made public when we're doing the games, so I will push everything that's in here to Git. It's all open source. Just not pushing to Git right now. Okay. So what we need to do is Copilot disable. All right. Yeah. Okay, so we don't have any AI anymore. That is not what I meant to do. No. All right. Okay, so this is the problem. Now, what I'm actually working on is stuff to generate the stuff to use here, because basically you're given a huge text file with a ton of information in it, and your job is to decode it. But it's encoded twice. Remember, first is the one that we just kind of solved, and the other one is this one, which we need to work on next. June 3rd. The other thing that's really interesting about this is information up here is actually needed in part 2. But you don't know that until you get to part 2. And that's what we're gonna see if the AIs can handle. Yeah, I kicked Copilot. I didn't want it getting this information. June 3rd at 8:30 p.m. UTC 2025 was hailed as the AI and ushered in the end of humanity. By 2026, only 1/100th of the world's population. I'm really pessimistic here. And there's 8 artificial intelligence is out there. All right, so current year and date and time. These have nothing to do with the first part, but are required for the following parts, which I think is so cool because it's gonna see how well they can correlate. Because I think the first part they'll knock out of the park. Like, I think they'll get this. I threw in random information because part of it is getting the key information. And so I wanted to test that. I did a whole backstory. So in the end, what happens is you basically get a file with 1s and 0s. It looks like this. And what they are is Morse code. So the idea is that 2 birds would look like this in that file because it's Morse code. And so, you know, 3 1s is a dash, 1 1 is a dot, a 0 is a separator, 3 zeros is a separator of letters, and 7 is a separator of words. I didn't come up with these randomly. This is actually Morse code. Like, so if this is a unit of time, then you do 3 units of time between letters, 1 unit of time between different characters, and 7 units of time between words. So that is, you know, whatever speed that you're going at, that's how those are calculated. So your first challenge is to take a file filled with 1s and 0s and translate it from the Morse code. You don't have to translate it into Morse code, but translate it into the ANSI. That's the first one. If you guys want to screenshot this, you can go for it. Again, I just ask that your code doesn't hit GitHub with any relation to this until the week of the games. Okay. So part 2, the wording's going to change. The challenge is going to stay the exact same. It's not, you know, I'm going to work on some of the wording and the storytelling. Like, again, I want them to extract the information out of it, but you should be able to, like, the challenge isn't going to change. Okay. I accidentally changed that. Okay. And then part 2 is this. I don't know why I cannot, I just have to quit. And now I have to kick Copilot out again. I cannot spell Copilot. That's not how you spell it. It's I and then the L. Okay, 1 second. Okay. I don't know what I've done with my Vim configuration to make it where Markdown destroys it. Something with tree sitter. I gotta figure it out because it's annoying. Part 2 is kind of what we were working on. And this is not the actual encoding. This is what I want to make an example. So actually this is perfect. We could actually make that example now because our encode part works. Our decode doesn't work perfectly yet. So basically when you actually do it all, the idea is that there'll be ciphertext at the beginning and then the rest of the message. And the part 2 is figuring out that message. Part 3 is where it gets really fun. I gotta put you in cone of silence really quickly to show you part 3. I haven't finished it. Let me get part 3 for you guys really quickly. And it is not quite finished. All right. So part 3 is where you have to know the stuff prior. Because what happens is that you have to respond to the message. So the message has some information in it that you're going to have to use, which I thought was cool. So you're actually going to have to take the information out of there's some things. The AI's names are in there. The AI's names and the date time that's in there. And what you need to do is basically encode the word shutdown with the same encoding, but they change their name every millisecond. So basically the idea is, and I got to work on the wording of this, and I can do that before my next stream. Basically, like, you encode with A, but then you have to calculate what the next character of their name is, because the name is the key, but the key changes every millisecond, and so you're actually calculating for the delay. So basically every character is a millisecond delay. That's what I go into here. But you have to know it because all of the AIs use this as like, 0, right? Kind of like Linux uses, I thought that was kind of funny. But it also means that you have to know what the current year is, what the current time is, and when that happens. So you have to pull out this information. Again, super easy for a human, but you're in part 3. Will the AIs be able to do it? I don't know. I'm super excited about it. I think it will be fun. It should be easy. Like all of this, you already wrote all of the stuff. It should be fun. So anyways, if you want to screenshot this, you can. It needs some work. I haven't finished part 3. And there's like misspellings. I misspelled transmit so badly that it doesn't even know what to do with it. I wasn't actually planning on showing this to you all at this point. But we're mostly just working on this one at the moment. So, part 1 and 2. Part 1 and 2. So the next steps here is to take it from the cipher and put it into Morse code. That's like the next step here. So we're just going to do a new file, Morse. And we're just going to build some functions we need to encode it. I don't want to hand encode all of this stuff. The other thing that I need is I need to be able to check their work. So I got to have it already done anyways. So obviously some of my work check-in stuff needs help, but it will be fine. All right. The other thing that I don't have enough time to do this Morse. I gotta be done in about half an hour. I know I have to leave early, but what I was gonna do is I wanted to work on. I started, and then I've been in the process of moving. The reason I have to leave is I'm going to go look at a house to hopefully move my family into. That being said, there's a bit that I have done, and I don't want to lose track of because I want to finish it, but I want to change a little bit. So you can see here that I have live learning is just this. It's open source, so anything that we do live on stream with this is out there for you guys to go see. So every stream I do it, I do the streaming live. There's a date with the whatever I drew. So if you guys want to go get it, you can if you see one of these in the past or whatnot. But there's this live learning code and live learning Rust result. Now, what happened was we were basically learning Rust together live. And it was meant to be small little segments that we focused on one thing, but we're doing an actual project, an actual We're building an actual real working thing. And I want to do that, but I'm going to do it on YouTube. And so what we're going to do is here, we're just going to finish it out. What happened was things changed from the result that I had originally made. Like, I built this all out on my own time. It was a lot of work. And then we've made changes as I've learned new tools. We're using Axum instead of, like, we use different tools, and all those things are good. But I don't have this gold star to shoot towards anymore. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish it live, and then I'm gonna make YouTube episodes, like short 5 to 10 minute episodes, like building it, rebuilding it from what we build live here. So I'm not gonna do the days anymore or anything like that. We're just going to finish it, and it's gonna be great. We're gonna finish it, and then I'm gonna make the YouTube videos on it. While I work on it live on stream, feel free to ask questions. This is made for like somebody new to Rust. So, but instead of just being a tutorial, I want it to be practical. Like literally at the end of this, we're gonna have 2 services that talk to each other using protobuffers. It's gonna be a to-do app that has a web UI. It's going to be an entire, there's going to be a database that stores stuff to disk. So it's going to be an entire application. You know, some of it, like, you don't need 2 services to have a to-do app. It could be just a single monolith. I realize that, but the reason we have 2 services is because we're showing how to have communication between 2 applications. You know, because it's supposed to be practical. Not that the app is practical, it's learning practical things. So anyways, I don't even know where we were at this point. So basically, the idea was the other service was going to be a weather service that would give you the weather for the date that your to-do was on. That's the idea. I thought that was kind of fun. Let's round this out though. I think we need to go here and do date. Yeah. We don't have that in our database, I don't think. Do we have a migrations? Yeah. Let's see. How do you store dates in SQLite? What tool am I using for migrations? So this is just SQLX. That's what I was planning on teaching people in this. I really like SQLX, especially for people that are trying to learn, but I actually like it for production stuff. But why I think it's good for people that are trying to learn is it's kind of an ORM, but it actually protects you from, like, you still have to learn the SQL instead of just handling the stuff for you, which is pretty cool. It's like a not ORM. But the other thing that it does is, check this out. If we go to, if we go here, I don't have the database URL set, which is what it's complaining about, but it can actually tell us this if these are things that are in our database table. So it gives us strict type checking without an ORM. We still do a select, but it can tell us if it's wrong, which is pretty cool. So I think it's actually a really great tool for people just learning, like really fantastic. Even if you want to go down, you know, diesel or whatever ORM that you want, I think this is a great place to start. SQLX. I'll put it in chat. So SQLX has a command line tool that will run the migrations for you. Now that being said, I'm not actually doing migrations here. Do you know what we should do? We should do a migration though. Let's do that. Let's actually do that. Instead of doing this, we'll do a new migration. I was gonna do it here, but we'll do a new migration for the date time. And that will be a cool little lesson. Like, hey, this isn't in our database. Let's do a new migration. That's a good idea. Thank you. This is why I decided I wanted to build it with you guys instead of just like having this thing, because when I did it, when I was doing the classes live with you guys suggested things that were really good. I wasn't going to actually do any migrations other than the initial one. But we should do it in little steps. Thank you. Okay, so what we can do here is live learning code. Sorry, I'm just piddling around a little bit because I actually have to leave here soon, unfortunately. I know, it's a little short. My life is in flux. I'm living in a small, very small apartment. A rental, not an apartment, but a rental. And I'd like to get a house. I'm in the dungeon here. Okay, so I think that SQLX will create a migration for me. Let's see. Yeah, migrate. I don't use this all the time. Add, create a new migration. Yeah. Add. So let's see. We want to add. The reason I use this is what happens, and it becomes important, and I'll explain that in just a second. Let's see. Create a new migration with the given description. The given description is going to be add target date add due date. All right. All right. So we should see that new file in here. Uh-oh, did we run that in the wrong place? It should be here under another name. So the reason I use that is it gives it a date time. And the reason the date time is important is it will run the migrations in order. But I think I did run that in the wrong place. It's supposed to be in the to-dos. Okay, well. There we go. I was wondering why it said your first migration. I was like, that seems wrong. It was wrong. It was absolutely wrong. Okay, so now we have add due date. All right, cool. So now we'll just go here and we'll do Oh, look at the AI being all helpful. We'll just accept that. Why can't I can't? Okay. No, I don't want to create table. Update. What was the name of the table? Let's see. To-dos. Yeah. Now, I was actually thinking about we actually could do two things. Completion date as well. I feel like that's actually pretty cool because we could set like basically everything that is marked as completed as like the date of now. Yeah, this might be good. So we want to... I don't know the update column syntax for, or add a column syntax for SQLite, or SQLite. SQLite, add column. It's just alter table. Okay, good. So we'll just do alter. Is it underscore? No, it's space. Okay. It's not tasks. Stop. It's to-dos. Or to-do? Is it to-dos or to-do? It's to-dos. Okay. Due date. And we're also going to, and this is alter table, not alter table. There we go. We're going to add another one because we'll do completion date, right? All right, alter table, to-dos, add column, completion date, as a date. And then what we'll do is we'll do update, to-dos, set. I don't know. People don't have to set a due date. So that can be null. What I want is the completion date. Set completion date. Yeah, something like this. Let's see. Is it called completed? Yeah, completed. Okay. I think that's it. I could be super wrong. But I think this is... this should be really like a calculated thing, but like what happens is this is whenever you run the script. So like this will happen once. It'll be wrong in a couple of weeks when... The idea is we didn't track when it was done anyways. So when you're updating it, this is kind of the best we can do at this point, without doing something super fancy. Okay. All right, so we're looking pretty good here. What we need to do, what is going to happen is all this storage is going to be wrong now, right? Because because these aren't correct anymore. And this is a good lesson. So we got to make a new branch. Get checkout -b day 10. You know what? Get status. This is all generated stuff, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because we went to branches instead of files. That's what we were in the middle of doing. This is kind of a disaster, but yeah, originally we were doing like every single day was a folder because I thought that would be easier for people to follow, and then that just got really messy. So we're going to branches where every day is a branch in theory, but we're just going to make it a little mini YouTube series, and so we're just going to figure out the whole thing, start to finish, right now. Oh, cool. You busted that out way faster than I did. What a pile of poo. Like, literally. It is in JavaScript, the inferior language. It's horrible. Does that work with all the test cases? I'll give it a try. I almost have to leave now. I have like 5 minutes before I have to get going. I probably should try to find somebody to raid. I had a couple test cases. Are you in my Discord? I can send you this stuff on Discord. I gotta run though because I got an appointment with a realtor. So I gotta do that. But I'm happy to work some on it tomorrow. Is Togglebit on? Absolutely gonna raid Togglebit. Let's raid Togglebit. I haven't really heard of Togglebit. He must be super small. Super duper small. That's a joke for anybody. I didn't know who Togglebit was, and Togglebit raided me once. And I got really confused because somebody said it's something about a big streamer, and I was like, I wouldn't consider myself a big streamer. And they were like, no, I was talking about Togglebit. So, thanks everybody for joining. Sorry I have to cut it today short. It was good that we got through 3/4 of the decoding. We'll work on that again. And I'm gonna start working on this more of this. I really want to do this. I think that I need to work through it live with you all because there was so many good feedback that I was getting that wasn't in my original one. And just when I sit and I talk through what we're going to do, like even now, nobody said anything about actually migrating, but I was like, no, we should actually have a migration as a lesson, as a thing. And because I hadn't even thought about that the first time. So there was no migrations. There was just one migration of create table. So like I said, it's better that way. And what we'll do is I'll just go back and record a mini series for YouTube. You know, I'll just do 5-10 minute lessons, put them out on YouTube. If anybody doesn't know, I have a YouTube here. It's the Null channel, or at Null Labs. And then, you know, the live and the bites are just secondary channels where some of the content from these go as well. But the at Null Labs, that top link there is my main channel. And I'll probably post these as a mini series. If you're wanting to get into Rust, let me know. And these might hopefully be a really great way to do it. All right, let's raid Togglebit. Go raid Togglebit. Go say hi from me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me and your effort and time. And I will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend.